Can you believe this is one of the best figures in the entire Dragon Ball SH Figuarts line? How's it going, everyone? It's your boy Rod from DBZSHFIGS.com, and today I'm bringing to you an unboxing and review of the Dragon Ball SH Figuarts Bulma Journey to Planet Namek. So, just to get started, just want to let you know that I'm on the road to 5,000 subscribers. Once I reach that milestone, I'll be giving away one of these Tamashii Nation store-exclusive Son Goku Innocent Challenger. So if you're watching this and you haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe because you might even be the one that takes this one home. Also, while you're at it, if you want to join the community where there's a lot of like-minded Dragon Ball SH Figuarts fans who share their figure photography as well as news and updates on the releases, make sure to check out the Discord for the channel, link in the description. So this figure was released back in October of 2021 for a retail price of $62. So this is already almost a 4-year-old figure, which is kind of crazy because it doesn't feel like it was that long ago that this figure came out. But anyways, we've had a lot of Bulmas. Honestly, in the Dragon Ball SH Figuarts series, we've had like the OG Dragon Ball Bulma, as well as the different, you know, the one that comes with all the pistols and guns, the Savage Land, Ravage Land, whatever you want to call it. And then we have this Namek one, which is kind of interesting because she seems to be like the only female character that gets consistent releases in the line. I'm waiting for some Chi-Chis, some Videls, anything like that. But okay, it's the Bulma show. Anyways, always watch out for your Tamashii Nation's quality sticker as well as your Toei animation sticker to make sure you have a legit figure. Just gonna give it a quick 360 on the box here. You can see the series that this figure is from, which of course is Dragon Ball Z. We have the different poses that you could put the figure in, as well as the different accessories I'll be going on about a little later, different action shots. So yeah, let's get her out. So here we have the figure in the clamshell. I know a lot of people like to see how the accessories fit within the plastic, so we're just gonna give it a quick 360 here so you could get a nice look at it. Let's get her out. So here we have the figure straight out of the plastic, but before we begin, make sure to check out my website, DBZSHFIGS.com, where you'll find a complete archive of every single release in the Dragon Ball SH Figuarts line. The website is constantly being updated with all the latest information, including pictures, videos, and just overall facts about the figures. Make sure to check that out. But yeah, back to the figure here, and honestly, I gotta say, she looks really good, honestly. She looks straight out of the Namek saga, just as she's supposed to, of course. I think she looks very bright. I like the outfit, and that's not to say it's from the figure. Of course, it's from like the original design that came out on TV and whatever, but I think they did a very good job of getting the right paints and everything because it really stands out. I like the paint on this one. Of course, unfortunately, it doesn't really have any shading, which figures nowadays, I don't know why, but they just don't really have that much shading going on. They kind of got lazy with it over the years. If you go back to the 1.0s of years past, those always had shading at least somewhere within the figure. But nowadays, it's all just like one color for each part of the clothing, one color for each part of the skin, everything like that. But yeah, here we have Bulma. I think she looks great. The orange looks great on the boots. The black from her tights are pretty cool. They're kind of like a matte color. And then the dress itself is like a mustardy yellowish kind of look to it, which is very accurate in my opinion. And then the hair, of course, that's the iconic blue hair that Bulma has. And then something about the face, it really stands out. I don't know, they do get the face right always, but something about like the eyes specifically, it's like super accurate and super like the anime, which I really appreciate. Everything just looks pretty well made from, you know, every standpoint. I really like it. Might actually be my favorite Bulma figure so far. But anyways, in terms of accessories, she comes straight out of the box with this nice looking face where she just has a slight little smirk. She's kind of happy to be in Namek, seeing something new. Pretty cool. And again, just want to shout out the eyes. I don't know what it is, but it looks very anime-ish. She also comes with this expression that is way more happy. You can see she has her mouth open there with excitement. Maybe she just saw Goku make it to Namek, something cool like that. Then there's this one where she's obviously freaked out. You can tell by the expression here. She just saw probably Frieza or maybe the Ginyu Force. Pretty nice face. I gotta say about the Bulmas is that The figures always come with really nice expressive faces, which I really appreciate. And then lastly, it's kind of like this shocked, kind of disappointed face. I really like this one. This is my favorite one, honestly. It tells a story just by looking at the face, and that's just something that it's very hard for figures to replicate, which this one does extremely well. Next up for hands, of course, like most Dragon Ball SH Figuarts, she comes straight out of the box with these closed fists ready to fight someone. She comes with these pointing fingers for both her right and left hand, which is pretty cool. Usually it only comes for one hand, and she could do the pointing with either hand, so that's pretty nice. She could be shushing you if she wanted to. Then she comes with these open palm hands, again, for both the right and left hand. So these can be like a handshaking hand, or maybe she's holding her head, whatever you want to put her in. I mean, whatever you can imagine. And then she has one additional hand for her right arm, which is basically the same open palm hand, but it has a little peg there, which, if you don't know, that's for this little accessory, the Dragon Ball radar that she invented. It has a nice little hole back here, and you put that into the peg, and now she's holding it, so she could be searching for the Namekian Dragon Balls. Pretty cool, you know? Early Dragon Ball Z Bulma was all about finding them Dragon Balls, so pretty nice. Next up, she does come with a waist pouch, is what they're calling it, or I like to refer to it as a fanny pack here. So what you do is you split her in half like that. You put the fanny pack through here, and then you just insert her back into her body as such. And there you go. Now she has her little fanny pack there. I don't know what she carries in there, but maybe it's just a dragon radar. Also, on the same vein, she does have this very cool looking backpack here. And by cool, I mean it's pretty nice. It's all white except for this logo right here that just says Bulma on it. So pretty nice detail there. But basically, you just pull a string out like this. You can see there, the two pegs came out. And then I'm pretty sure you know how to put on a backpack, but I guess I'll still show you. You wrap it around the arms here, and then you connect the pegs back in. There you go. Just like that, our Bulma is ready to go to school, or Namek, or anywhere you need a backpack. Pretty cool. She also has an additional head, I guess you can call it, but it's basically like a head wearing a hat. So that's pretty cool, which basically looks like this. Pretty cool. It's another way you can display your Bulma with her hat on, which is pretty cool. I really like it. I think I dig it. It's one of those throwback things where you saw in the anime and you never thought you'd see in figure form. And then here it is, which is, you know, mind-blowing in a way. And then just last thing, she does come with a Namekian Dragon Ball. She does come with the 7-star, which is pretty cool. It comes out of the box with this tape thing just so that it doesn't go rolling around and you don't lose it. So now I'm going to move over to the review part of the video. And as always, we start with articulation at the bottom here. The foot does rotate 360. It's able to bend slightly up, bends down, ankle rocker to the side, ankle rocker to the other side. Pretty cool. The toes do bend up, slightly down. Interesting. And then the knee is able to bend this much, which is quite a bit. She does have a thigh swivel, so she rotates her leg out. She's able to actually extend quite a bit, considering she has the skirt on, or the dress, whatever you want to call it. It does have a slit here, which allows for more mobility there. She's able to not really kick up though. Like this is as far as she goes. Unlucky due to the dress. And then same thing's going to be for the back over here. And then she's not really able to bend over quite a bit. She does rotate 360 at the torso there. Of course, since you saw me take her apart, that kind of makes sense. And then she's able to bend inward and outward at the upper torso there. She's able to go off to the side, go off to the other side. Pretty nice. At the shoulder, you're able to rotate 360, but this part of her dress here gets in the way a little, so you have to like move it outward. And then you're able to bend outside this much. You can't really bend that much inward, unfortunately. The butterfly joint gets stopped here by her dress. That's unfortunate. Rotate 360 at the bicep. The elbow's able to bend very nicely. And then the wrist rotates 360, and she's able to move her hand inward and outward. And for the head, rotate 360. She's able to look down and she's able to look up slightly. It's a little higher than horizontal, so not really that much, but she's able to bend to this side and bend to that side. Pretty good, honestly. I'd say overall for a Bulma figure, I'm very surprised at the articulation. A lot of the joints feel really smooth, which is something I really like. Honestly, not a whole lot of complaints besides, you know, like the legs being able to move front and back. So I'm gonna give it a 4. As far as accuracy, I mean, I've already said a million times in this video probably, but she looks straight out of the anime for me, so it's gonna be a 5. Price to plastic ratio, I mean, $62 is quite a bit of money, don't get me wrong, but she does come with a lot of cool stuff, including, you know, her backpack, a Dragon Ball, different faces with cool expressions. She comes with a dragon radar. She comes with a fanny pack. She comes with a different head with the hat on. So honestly, it's not the worst deal. However, I'm not going to lie to you and tell you it's a good deal. I mean, $62 is still a lot of money in my opinion. But honestly, I don't think you're wasting your money buying this figure. So I'm going to give it a 3. In terms of scale, I have Saiyan raised on our Goku here. So Bulma is supposed to be like about 5'5", where Goku's supposed to be about 5'9". And honestly, yeah, I'd say that's pretty accurate. I think that's pretty good. Yeah, that's gonna be a 5. Honestly, for me, for shelf presence, I usually tend to give a good rating to the ones that look really cool. However, something about this Bulma is kind of itching me the right way. I don't know how else to put it. Something about the figure just looks great. It might just be like how expressive the faces look and like the color scheme of the figure, but it really draws me in and I really like it. So I did not think that I was going to give this a high shelf presence score, but I can't see myself going with anything less than a 4 here. I think she draws you in and you're going to be interested if you see this figure on a shelf. So yeah, it's going to be a 4 for me. So overall, Bulma Journey to Planet Namek gets a cumulative score of 4.2 out of 5, which makes it a top-notch figure. I think it's a really nice one, especially if you're in need of a Bulma. This is a very iconic look of the Namek saga. So maybe I should say, in case you want a Bulma from the Namek saga, or you love the Namek saga, or you have a diorama of the Namek saga, this is a must-have in my opinion. It really jumps out at you. I can't stress that enough. I wasn't expecting to like this figure so much, but everything is just amazing about the figure and I really enjoyed it and I couldn't recommend it enough. So anyways, that's going to be it for me. Make sure to head over to DBZSHFIGS.com, go into the Amazon deals tab, look through there. There might be some figures on there that are currently on sale that you might want in your collection. But other than that, while you're there, make sure to go into the page for this Bulma figure. Scroll down, there should be a poll there for you to input your own grades for each of the 5 categories. That way we get a cumulative score from the entire community. But anyways, that's going to be it for me. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe, like, comment, and I hope you have a nice rest of your day.